Alright, so there's a new phone in town and it's from the manufacturer of the recent Nokia smartphones. But it appears that HMD is kind of dropping the Nokia branding in favor of their own. So it would be really interesting to see how it turns out 5 to 10 years from now in the future, if it backfires or if it benefits them immensely. But this, I believe, is the first HMD branded phone. They call it the Pulse Pro. I'm no expert on naming schemes, but it seems like a nice change from those Chinese branded phones, which literally has the most randomest naming schemes ever.
Gentlemen.
Alright, never mind. But the box itself is quite slim, indicating that there's very little inside. But on the right side is all the legal mumble jumble, which no one is really interested in. On the bottom is this label with the IMEI information and some other bits and bobs. And on the back, it does briefly go over the features of the phone. So things like camera, right to repair friendliness, the CPU, the battery, the display and whatnot. But alright, it's time to slice the seals. And unsurprisingly, just like every other unboxing, the phone is the first thing that you'd see. And beneath the device is some sort of manual for the phone. And all the way at the bottom is the SIM ejection tool. And underneath that last layer is the USB-C to USB-C cable. And notice that it has the FCC or FC information directly on the cable itself, like the head of the cable for some reason. But anyways, time to get this cover off. Just like recent phones nowadays, the cover seems to be made out of paper instead of plastic. And so I'm going to turn on the device with what seems to be an integrated fingerprint sensor, along with the power button, of course. And while it does turn on, here is the back. Unfortunately, my sweaty hands have already ruined the back glass. And now bear in mind, when you do set up the phone, there is this nearly 3 GB update. And I'm afraid I don't think you can really skip this. So you're just going to have, if you have slow Wi-Fi, you're going to be here for hours. But for me, I think it took roughly 10 to 15 minutes. And that's the setup process finished. And to quickly run over the specs of the device, it was just literally released recently, I believe last Friday, which was the 24th or 26th, I can't really remember. And the size of the display is 6.65 inches. It is IPS LCD display with 90Hz refresh rate. The quality, the resolution of the display is 720p. And it does come shipped with Android 14 out of the box. And the processor that is shipped with the phone is the Unisoc T606, which I believe is 12 nanometers. And the GPU along with that CPU is the Mali G57MP1. And now for memory wise, I believe it comes with 128GB with 4GB RAM, or there's a 6 or 8GB RAM configuration. And I believe this is all dependent on where you are in the market. And it does have dual cameras. So the main one is 50 megapixel and the second one is a depth sensor. And as for video recording capabilities, I believe it is 1080p at 30 FPS. And of course the front camera is the same resolution as the back, which is 50. And it does have things like headphone jack and some other bits and bobs, NFC. And lastly, the battery is 5000 milliamp hours. And now I believe the European pricing is 179 euros, but in the UK it is priced at 149, so basically £150. And there are some colors like Glacier Green, Twilight Purple and Black Ocean, but the purple one I believe is still not in the market yet, but will be coming soon according to their website. Believe I've mentioned everything that I needed to. If I haven't, then obviously please let me know down in the comments below. And obviously, as usual, if this does gather enough demand and engagement, then I'll probably do a review video of it as well. But I will keep you all updated in that pinned comment below. But for now, I'll see you later.